Hello, 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 and welcome to episode 47 of Radio Free Filler. Well, at the end of our last show, we promised you something called A Guide to the Lesser-Known Festivals. We all drew straws to see who would end up reading it. The only problem was that nobody remembered to cut the end off one of the straws, so nobody got the short straw. I guess I'll have to read the thing. A Guide to the Lesser-Known Festivals. Springtime is a time for celebrations and festivals all around the world. There are festivals about cherry blossoms, festivals about planting crops, art festivals, music festivals, bonfire festivals, ninja festivals, astrology festivals, May Day festivals, mud festivals, cake festivals, earth festivals, water festivals, tourism festivals, and even festivals about having finished clearing out underbrush. All of those are real events and are well known in various locations in which they're observed. Some of them have a basis in religion. But here are a few ideas for other festivals that we'd like to add to that list. Overpass. Now, this isn't a religious festival. It doesn't even have a specific date. It can take place any time the weather gets unusually hot for the time of year. Here's how it's observed. A bunch of folks go out and buy some beer, then locate a shady overpass with enough sidewalk space to set up a couple of folding tables and a few chairs. Then they drink the beer and play cards or checkers until the sun goes down. Another festival. The Dog Bit Me. This can be held at any time after someone gets bitten by the family dog. It begins with an examination of the location of the actual bite to see if the skin got broken. If there's no break, then some soothing ointment is applied, followed by either a snack or a nap, sometimes both. There are sometimes ritual admonitions administered by other family members such as, "You must have startled him," or "Didn't I tell you to stay away from his supper dish?" If the skin is broken, there may be a pilgrimage to a doctor's office. Third is something called decision process. Now, this elaborate event begins at sunrise and consists of various family members arguing and debating about how they will spend their day together. The exact content of the discussion is not rigidly proscribed, but it usually goes along these lines.
Hey, let's go to a movie.
Are you crazy? Spend all that money to go sit in a dark room on such a nice sunny day? We should go on a picnic instead.
Ixnay on that. You know how the countryside kicks up my allergies. I don't want to spend the whole day coughing and sneezing. Why don't we go bowling or something?
Gee, I'd love to, only my bursitis is kicking up again. Anyway, my knees ain't what they used to be. How about playing some poker?
I've got an idea. We could all go out to a nice restaurant while we decide how to spend the rest of the day.
Well, okay. How about a nice country place with eggs, biscuits, and sausage gravy?
Do they have a vegetarian menu? Also gluten-free?
I was kind of thinking about pancakes.
You know, you may think I'm crazy, but I was thinking of pizza.
You know, you're absolutely right.
About pizza?
Now, about you being crazy.
I know a nice tofu place. They have all different varieties.
I'm sorry, but I just don't trust that tofu stuff.
What's wrong with tofu?
The name makes me think about eating toe jam.
Well, we could each have our own separate breakfasts and then meet up afterwards.
That might work. Why don't we get together at the park?
I'd rather go to the mall.
I want to stay right here.
And that's the way the conversation goes. It generally continues until sundown, when the subject turns to the idea of where to go for dinner. We'll talk about some more of the lesser-known festivals later on, but now, as promised, we have a Radio Free Filler special presentation based on one of the AIM presenter pitches. This one's a heartwarming family drama called Love Comes to Andy Handy.
Morning, honey.
Good morning, dear.
Breakfast is ready. I'll call Andy.
Isn't that boy up yet?
Oh, I'm pretty sure he's up. It's just that it seems to take him longer to get dressed these days.
That's strange. When I was his age, I couldn't wait to get up and at him.
Well, I think there's something else going on.
Something else? What might that be?
Well, don't tell him I told you, but I think he's in love.
Well, I suppose that's normal enough at his age. And after all, it is springtime.
Oh, I think I hear him coming now. Hi, Mom. Hi, Pop.
Is that any way to address your parents?
Now, dear, times are changing. After all, it is 1937.
I suppose you're right, dear. Now, son, your mother tells me you're in love.
She also asked your father, the judge, not to tell you that she told him.
Now, let's not have any displays of feminine temper. If it really is 1937, we don't need to have any secrets, do we, Andy?
If that's true, Andy, then it should also be no secret why you're an only child. Oh, that's okay. After all, it's true. I really am in love.
That's just fine, son. Tell me all about this girl.
Well, actually, it's not a girl.
Please, not in front of your mother, even if it is 1937.
So much for not having any secrets. Don't worry, folks. It's not a girl and it's not a boy. I'm not sure what's left.
I think I know. Now, son, we've been all through this before. You're not allowed to have a dog until you can keep your room clean.
Well, it's not a dog either.
Not a dog either? What's the world coming to? Every boy wants to have a dog. How else is a father supposed to leverage the housekeeping situation?
By getting a maid like all the other judges in the area. With your salary and only one child, you can certainly afford it. But don't you want to hear all about how I'm in love?
Oh, I guess we'd better before our breakfast rots. What is the object of your newfound affection?
Arlington Independent Media. I should have known. Oh, why didn't I just join a convent? You know what I love about Arlington Independent Media and WERA 96.7 FM? I love having an unfiltered way to hear from my community. People I might never hear from otherwise. People who are maybe different from me, with different life experiences and values and ideas. In this day and age, I really appreciate the opportunity to challenge and expand my worldview this way. How cool is it that we have a community media organization that helps us understand the larger world and our own backyard?
I hate to interrupt you, son, but in 1937, things are not cool yet.
Sorry, Pop. I meant to say swell.
That's more like it.
Anyway, I'm really proud to be a part of AIM for that reason. I hope you'll join me in supporting diverse and independent community media in Arlington. We need your support. Please just take a minute and go to WERA.FM or arlingtonmedia.org to make an online tax-deductible donation. Support diverse voices in our community. Support homegrown news, information, and entertainment.
Visit WERA.FM or arlingtonmedia.org and click the donate button in the upper right-hand corner. Or, if you want to go old school, find our address and drop us a check. There's no wrong way to give. All contributions are tax deductible and greatly appreciated. Well, honey, on your judge's salary, you can certainly afford to pitch in. It's not like we need to save up for World War II or anything.
I guess you're right, dear. Very well, Andy. I'll agree to make a donation. You can work your own way through college.
Thank you. Well, I gotta run. Band practice, you know.
Well, play loud and make me proud.
Honey, I think we'd better call Dr. Mead about Andy.
I suppose you're right.
And now we have Gritsy Gritz performing a brand new song called Are We There Yet?
I remember back when we'd be going for a drive. It was a happy time, it was good to be alive. Just where we was headed, there ain't no telling. But I was always sitting in the back seat yelling, are we there yet? How long we gotta go? Are we there yet? I really wanna know. I've been waiting so long. There must be something wrong. Are we there yet? And my mama would be saying, now settle down, child. And my papa would be saying, just wait a little while. So I'd pipe down for a spell, but then it seemed to take forever. So I'd ask again, are we there yet? How long's it gonna be? Are we there yet? It really seems to me I've been sitting long enough, and the wait is kinda tough. Are we there yet? And now we're all stuck in the COVID days, and it sure seems like they're here to stay. And all the folks around me wanna have their way, and more I hear them say, are we there yet? When will it be through? Are we there yet? There are things we wanna do. We got the new vaccines and we're feeling full of beans. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? They act like little kids. Are we there yet? It's as if they flip their lids. And every single day I hear all the people say, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Gritsy Gritz, everyone! Isn't she there yet? Now it's time for our Man on the Street interview conducted by our very own Buster Budget. Take it away, Buster.
I'm standing here next to an Arlington resident whose trumpet solo you've just been listening to. Tell me, sir, how long have you been playing the trumpet? Does that mean you've been playing for 1 year? Are you playing 1 note for yes and 2 notes for no? Well, can you tell me your name? All right. What is your name? Let's try something. I'm going to ask you a question for which the only possible answer is no. That will help me determine if my guess about your communication is correct. Would that be all right? All right. Is that instrument you're holding a bass fiddle? Oh dear. It looks like there's a real communication problem here.
I think I can help out.
Who are you?
I'm his agent.
Oh, then you're the man I want to talk to. Can you explain why your client never speaks?
Yes, it's due to some bad advice he received before he came to me.
And what was that advice?
Oh, when he was little, his mother told him that the only way he could be a success would be if he learned to toot his own horn.
It seems like he took her too literally.
It sure does.
So, how do you communicate with him?
I can't. I've had no better luck than you have. It's driving me crazy.
Well, thanks anyway. Now let's go back to our regular program.
Oh, just shut up, will ya?
Thank you, Buster Budget. Now we'd like to present a little Western drama called Message from the Pony Express.
When's that rider going to get here? It's been 3 days already without a word, and I'm getting antsy.
Did you call me?
No, I said antsy, not Gritsy.
Well, keep your britches on. I think I hear the rider coming now.
So, there you are. What the heck kept you?
Sorry, I'm new on the job and I'm afraid my mount slowed me down.
I can believe that. That's the shortest looking pony I've ever seen.
Actually, it's not a pony. It's a dachshund.
Say, you're right. Why the heck did you try riding out here on a dachshund?
Well, like I said, I'm new on the job and I'm afraid of heights.
Well, never mind that. Did you bring the message?
Yes, here it is.
Thanks. Can you read it to me?
I'm sorry, I don't have time. I'm already late for my next delivery.
Well, good luck then.
Low-ho, brownie, away!
Low-ho?
Well, you couldn't very well say hi-ho to a dachshund.
I guess you're right. Can you read this message for me?
Why? Can't you read it yourself?
Well, no. It goes against my image.
How come?
Well, it's from my grandma, and I don't have the right kind of voice for a lady.
Oh, all right. Here goes. Dear grandson, well, we missed out on a lot last year, but Arlington Independent Media helped bring many of our area's favorite events right to you, even during the pandemic. Through AIM-TV and WERA 96.7 FM, audiences were able to enjoy the Columbia Pike Backyard Blues Fest, Clarendon Cares Concert, and the awesome performances of the Lubber Run Concert Series, live on radio, television, and streamed online. Throughout last year, AIM-TV and WERA kept our community entertained and informed, even when we couldn't gather in person. I'm so appreciative of AIM-TV and WERA for being here and making those events, and many others, happen last year. It helped us feel like we were missing out on just a little less. I want to be sure they're around next year to continue to serve our community through media, and that's where you can help. Please join me in supporting AIM by making a tax-deductible contribution during this, our spring fund drive. Go to arlingtonmedia.org or WERA-FM and look for the donate button in the upper right-hand corner. Help AIM and WERA continue to bring art, music, news, information, entertainment, and more to everyone for years to come. Visit arlingtonmedia.org or WERA.FM and click the donate button, or find our mailing address and send us a check. There's no wrong way to give. All contributions are tax deductible and greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Is that all there is?
Yep, that's it.
That's the dangdest letter I've ever heard of. Could you make head or tail of it?
No, I figure she's gone loco.
I reckon you're right. Maybe Grandpa will take her to go see Doc Mead.
Now let's take a look at some more of the lesser-known festivals. Here's one called If I Don't Get Out of This House, I'm Going to Go Crazy. Now, this is a strangely dangerous festival, if it can even be called that. All sorts of participants suddenly decide to go outside. Some go to parks, some walk or ride on the bike trail, and some just rush out into their neighborhoods. The distinguishing feature of the event is that none of the participants observe any COVID mitigation measures. They don't wear masks despite the outdoor super spreader event in the Rose Garden during the past year, and they often travel in groups that take up the entire width of the bike trails, forcing other trail users to walk in the grass or the mud. Some have compared it to the old Running of the Bulls event in Pamplona, except that the bull running event is better organized. Others say that the bull running is actually safer in the long run. On the other hand, we have a more private event called I'm Staying Inside Because I Don't Want to Deal with All the Crazies Out There. The extent of participation in this event is unknown, for obvious reasons. Then there's also the popular event known as Let's Get in Touch with the Sounds of Spring While Blasting Out Loud Music. This event has a very public quality and has an educational function. It informs everyone in the area of the particular musical tastes of the celebrant. An alternate version is Let's Get in Touch with the Sounds of Spring While Buried Under My Headphones. This approach has an added safety factor in that it helps the celebrant avoid unpleasant traffic warnings. And finally, on the subject of unpleasant traffic warnings, there's Stop Signs Are for Other People Day, which is observed continuously throughout the year. Actually, some experts dispute its inclusion among the lesser-known festivals. The sheer volume of participation suggests that it is actually very well known in the Arlington area. Meanwhile,
Well, we have less than 2 minutes left in the show. Now, how do we want to spend the time?
I know, I'll sing another song.
What? You've already had your turn. Give somebody else a chance.
Maybe we could all sing something. You know, a kind of group participation thing.
That's all right with me. What kind of song should we do?
I'm okay with any style as long as it's country music.
Oh, yeah? Well, how about a French song? France is a country. Or how about an opera?
Grand Old Opry is fine with me.
I don't think that's what she meant.
This isn't going to work out. We keep going around and around, but we're not getting anywhere.
So what else can we do?
How about we all play a game?
What kind of game?
I don't care as long as it's not strip poker.
That wouldn't work on radio anyway.
How about horseshoes?
I don't know where we could get a horse at this hour.
You don't need the whole horse, just the shoes.
Couldn't we use a virtual horse?
You got a point. Everything else is virtual these days.
Well, it probably doesn't matter now. We're just about out of time.
Oh, all right. This is Gritsy Gritz signing off. Well, I don't care. I just wanted a chance to be on radio again.
I reckon I'll just throw it back to the regular guy.
Who, me? Nobody gave me the script for that. Let Bob do the wrap-up.
Well, that's more like it. As I always say, leave the big jobs to the professionals. Meanwhile, be sure to tune in again next time for another installment of Radio Free Filler.